What's going on, guys? Back with another late night discussion. Black screen as usual. I'm telling you guys, man, I just saw a short about a guy. You guys may have seen it or you may not. A guy who worked a 12-hour shift and he came home from work and his woman had not cooked anything for him. And he was telling her that, I'm buying you shoes, I'm buying you all of this nice stuff, buying you Louis, buying you all of this stuff, but you can't even have a hot meal ready for me when I come home after working a 12-hour shift. And stuff like this, guys, just go to show you the entitlement that these women have nowadays is just unmatched. Um, like I say, there's definitely a different breed of women out here. Um, a man work a 12-hour shift and can't even come home to a hot meal. Isn't that sad? I mean, dude been busting his behind all day to provide for his girl, him and his girl. And you know, you a man can't even come home to a hot meal. A man's job is supposed to be a provider, right? He's doing his job. He's going to work to provide for the wife, to provide for the household. But when he comes home from work, he can't even have a hot meal on the table. And that just go to show you the entitlement of these women is just unmatched. And then the female had the audacity to say that I need all the things that you're doing for me, but you don't need a hot meal every day. A man does need a hot meal every day. He needs blowjobs multiple times a day. He need to clap cheeks multiple times a day. A lot of women get the game twisted. A man needs to bust multiple loads a day, and a lot of women, you got a lot of wives out here, they're not doing their job. And this is why you got a lot of men who end up cheating on their wife because their wife is not doing her job. A woman's job is to let you hit it from the back. A woman's job is to take that kielbasa down her esophagus and please you as a man. That is a woman's job. A woman's job is to cook for you and cater to you and to make that kielbasa erupt. That's a woman's job. A lot of these women, they feel that you supposed to go to work and they're not supposed to do anything. And it's like my you know, you would think that a relationship would be give and take, not take. My grandmother always said that a relationship should be give and take, not take from the person. But a lot of these women nowadays, they are not about going 50-50 with a man, and they are not about building with you. See, I always had that old school idea of a man, woman working together, and we work together to build something so we can have something. I guess that's the mindset that I always had. But these women nowadays are not about building anything with a man. They just believe in take, and not contributing anything. And a marriage can't be successful that way if it's just take, and you're not contributing nothing. And the audacity of this woman to say to her husband, "You don't deserve a hot meal every day." After the guy clearly told her that I'm buying you food, I'm buying you designer bags. It, it, the man is taking care of the household. He's doing all the things that a man should be doing. But when he come home from working a 12-hour shift, his woman can't even have a hot plate on the table. That's a problem. And I'm glad I covered this story because stuff like this just goes to show the entitlement of today's women and how these women are. These women, they expect for you to have it all and they expect for you to do it all, and they're not trying to help you in any kind of way. It's sad, guys, when you got women who feel that as a man, you got to do it all. You got to do it all. You got to have it all. And they don't have to have anything or do anything. I just don't believe a relationship, a marriage should be one sided. I believe in people working together to have something. That's the way it should be. That's the way it was in the old days. Um, if a man is married to a woman and you come home from a long day of work, working long hours, and your woman telling you you don't need a hot meal every day, you need to divorce that woman ASAP. That is not a woman that's worthy of being a wife. That is a woman who needs to be divorced ASAP, because as a woman, you're supposed to cater to your man, just like Destiny Child said. That's what you're supposed to do. And if a man is busting his behind and doing all the things he needs to do as a man, his wife should be assisting, helping him, not telling him you don't need a hot meal every day and I'll fix you some ramen noodles. That's what the woman said in this video. No dude want to eat ramen noodles after he been slaving away and working all day. No man wants to eat that. But see, women in the old days, they believed in catering to their man. They believed in doing the things that a woman is supposed to do. These women nowadays, they're not about catering to no man. They're not about going 50-50 with you. They want you to carry the full load as a man with no assistance, and that's just not right. A man needs assistance, and a woman is supposed to be assistance to a man. A man is not supposed to carry the whole load. But these chicks nowadays, they are all about you carrying the full load and not contributing anything. And this story that I just saw proves that. It's sad. Women are definitely not like they were back in the day. When you got a woman telling her husband, I'll cook you some ramen noodles, you don't need a hot meal every day, that's ridiculous. That's sad. That brother, he need to divorce that woman. She's not a good wife. She's definitely not a good wife. Because if a woman feel you don't need a hot meal every day, next she gonna say you don't need a massage every day. Next she gonna say you don't need your top blown off every day. Next she gonna say you don't need intimacy every day. And a man needs a woman to cater to him. A lot of women fail to realize that their job is to cater to a man. If you're married to a man, if you love your man, you care about him, that is your job to cater to him, especially if he's doing his part as a man, being a provider. Because a man's job is to be a provider and a protector and a leader. Those are the three jobs of a man: leader, protector, provider. But these women, this story right here just goes to show these women nowadays, they don't believe in cooking for their man. A lot of them don't even know how to cook anyway. But that just go to show you how these women, they'll take all the things that you provide to them, but they don't want to work with you to build nothing. And that's just terrible. But a healthy relationship can't be take, 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 take. You got to work together. It's got to be 50-50. But you guys leave your comments. Talk to you soon. This has been another late night discussion.